Alright, so in this tutorial I'll show you how to make a pop-up message appear with image and text. So I'm on the kind of a route that comes with TS, and I press down this class 150-2. So go into timetable view, and here, and here you can see the play train in class 150-2. So what we need to do is create an event or trigger an instruction. I would call it whatever we want, but I'll call it intro message. So this will show up at the start of the scenario. Okay, so after you created your instruction to trigger the pop-up message, you can go up here to scripts, and then open folder. This will bring up all the scenarios files that the Transcend needs in order to play the scenario. So what you can do is copy this directory from Windows Explorer, go to Visual Studio Code, File, Open Folder, and then paste it in, enter, and select folder. And that will bring up all the scenarios files in VS Code for you to edit. So if you don't already have one, you can right click and select new file and type in scenario script.lua. But I've already made one, so you don't need to do that. So you don't need to do that. So down here we created a function called onEvent, which takes a parameter of event. So if the pattern event is equal to our intro message, then we can fire whatever we want inside it. So in this case, we want to create a system call to display a pop-up message. So syscall, and if we go to TrainSim documentation, we can find the exact syscall and arguments we need to use to bring up a pop-up message. So looking at the documentation that I will link in the description, we want ShowInfoMessageExt, which I assume means extension. So I'll click this, so 4.1.9, which will bring you down here. So ShowInfoMessage extension, so you need a title, message, time, position, size, and pause parameter or arguments. So it shows an info dialog box with a message and extended attributes. And you can read this for yourself. So back in TS, we need to, or back in our script, we need to scenario manager, then colon, then show message info, so info message ext with all the necessary arguments. Okay, so back in our scenario script, so it says call, the first parameter we need will be to call the actual function. So scenario manager show info message ext. By the way, I should also mention that there are multiple ways of doing the scenario script. I'm just doing this way. So the second argument for this function is the title. So the title will be, I don't know, welcome to this scenario, which the title can be anything you like. The third argument will be the time. So the time to show the message is 0 for indefinite. So I will put in 0 because I want this message to last forever. Next argument will be the position of it. So these ones here. These are the positions that you can have the text box. So for this one, I want it in the middle and vertically centered. So I want message recenter plus message center. Next argument will be the size of the dialog box. I want mine to be a regular message size. Yeah, feel free to play around with the message position and the size, because you can have it in the middle, you can have it in the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. It will make your scenarios really set them apart from other ones. And pause. So if true, pause the game while the message is being shown. If false, the scenario will keep playing. So At the start of the scenario, I normally have mine pause the game so you can actually read the message while everything else happens. So I will put true. So that is the syscall setup. All we need to do now is program the actual content. Okay, for the content, you want to make a new folder called en. So this is where the message content will live. So en for English, and then you have other languages like fr for French and a bunch of other ones. So create a new file. This will be called intromessage.html. I forgot to actually put in the content, the actual message argument. So I should also mention that because TrainSim is so old, it doesn't really support HTML5, so you have to write this in HTML4. So open with the HTML tag. So TrainSim will display this as like a web page, which is written in HTML. Also, you have to also do like inline styles as well, so you can't add in like a CSS style sheet. Then we need a body tag. Then in this body tag, I want to give it a background color of clear, which is 00007F. So for those who don't know, this is an RGBA value. So the 00 is R, the next pair of zeros is G, then the last pair of zeros is B, so red, green, blue, and then 7F is the alpha channel. So this controls how transparent or opaque the background color is. So instead of that, we need a table because this is HTML4. Instead of that, we need a table row, then table data, then an image tag in HTML. So we need a source. Then we need a width and a height. So the source will be the actual image that you want to display in your scenario folder. So I've got downloaded a bunch of company logos. And by the way, you can only use these logos in freeware content. If you're doing payware content, then you have to use things that are in the public domain, like the BR logo. So copy the BR logo and paste it into our scenario folder so we can use it. Then minimize you. So this intro HTML file is in this en folder. So what we need to do is go up a level, and then we can access this brlogo.png file. So press two dots to go up a level, and then slash, and then the brlogo.png. It also helps if images are like a square shape. So for this BR logo, I've made it 128 pixels by 128 pixels. So width is 128, height equals 128. So this will display at the top of the text box. And then add in a BR tag, then font, because this is HTML4. So color equals white. So you can have this whatever you like. Size equals 4. They're just parameters that I like to use. Table row, table data, paragraph. Then this is where you put in your text, because it's surrounded by paragraph tags. So welcome to this scenario. This bit of text should be displayed below the BR logo. So now our intro message is complete, and our Lua script is also complete. So we need to go back into here, press reload, then compile, and then when we play our scenario, the intro message should appear. So press play, wait for it to load. And there we go, it says welcome to the scenario, then there's a BR logo, and there's our text. Then you can close it, then the game resumes as normal. So that's the end of this tutorial. That's how you get up a pop-up message with an image and text. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. If you want me to cover anything else, then just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more tutorials. Like the video if you're so inclined. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.